People who knew celebrities before they were famous, how different do they act now? I worked at this tiny Peruvian place called Sabor when I was 19. My boss Carmen was this single mom who ran the kitchen like a drill sergeant. She'd yell at you for burning the rice but then make sure you ate before going home. Real tough love type. One day this skinny kid Jay shows up asking for work. Couldn't even hold a knife properly. Carmen takes one look at him and goes, "You ever washed dishes before?" He shakes his head. She laughs and points to the back. You start there. First week, Jay was hopeless. Broke 3 plates, cut himself twice, and somehow managed to flood the dish pit. Carmen would roll her eyes and mutter in Spanish about hiring street cats, but she never fired him. Something about this kid, she saw potential. Me and Jay became buddies. I taught him everything. How to dice onions without crying, how to plate the ceviche so it looked fancy. Even showed him how to talk to customers without looking like he wanted to hide under a rock. Carmen started letting him help prep. Then she taught him to make the ají sauce. Then the anticuchos. Kid was a sponge. Absorbed everything. By year 2, he was working the line like he'd been born in that kitchen. Carmen would beam watching him work, called him her little chef, even gave him one of her old chef jackets when his dishwasher shirt got too torn up. Jay used to tell me about his dreams. Wanted to open his own place someday. Maybe get on one of those cooking shows. We'd laugh about it while cleaning up after the dinner rush. Carmen would join in, telling us we were both crazy, but she'd be our first customer when we made it big. 3 years in, I got offered a job at this resort downtown. Better pay, actual benefits. Jay was happy for me. Told me he'd keep learning from Carmen until he was ready for something bigger too. We promised to stay in touch. I figured he'd probably leave Sabor within a year. 10 years go by. I'm scrolling Netflix one night and see this trailer pop up. The Heat, from dishwasher to star. And there's Jay. Older, wearing expensive chef whites, standing in some fancy kitchen. My jaw drops. This is my boy from Sabor. I binged the whole season that night. It's all about his incredible journey from poverty to Michelin stars. He talks about learning to cook by watching YouTube videos, says he's completely self-taught, never had a mentor, just pure determination and natural talent. There's this whole segment where he's crying about how nobody believed in him, how he had to figure everything out alone. I'm sitting there thinking, what about Carmen? What about Sabor? The woman who taught you how to make proper sofrito, who let you mess up her mise en place 100 times while you learned, who literally gave you your first chef jacket, not once, not a single mention. It's like those 3 years never happened, like Carmen never existed. I found out later she'd passed away 5 years ago. Heart attack. Worked herself to death keeping that little restaurant alive. She never saw Jay's show, never knew the kid she raised became famous. I couldn't let it slide. Sent him a message on Instagram. Hey man, congrats on everything. Amazing to see how far you've come. Just wish Carmen got a mention. She'd be so proud. Message gets delivered. He reads it. Nothing. Radio silence. I try again a week later. Dude, it's Diego from Sabor. Remember me? We used to work together. Still nothing. This guy who used to tell me everything won't even respond to a simple congratulations. Month later, I get this package in the mail. No return address. Inside is a check for $20,000 and a yellow sticky note. Just says for the coat. That's it. No letter. No explanation. Just money and a reference to that old chef jacket Carmen gave him. I stared at that note for an hour. 20 grand is serious money. Could pay off my car, help with my kids' college fund. But taking it felt wrong. Like he was buying my silence. Like Carmen's memory was worth $20,000 and a post-it note. I framed the sticky note, hung it right next to a picture of me, Jay, and Carmen from his last day at Sabor. 3 of us covered in flour, laughing about something stupid. Carmen's got her arm around Jay's shoulder like he's her own son. The check is sitting in my desk drawer. Still haven't cashed it.